Alright, video time. If you're seeing this, then wow, holy shit, I actually posted a video. So we have our 1988 Jeep Comanche 2.5 liter. Just a couple cylinders short of a 4.0, you know. But anyway, I just want to keep this short, sweet, to the point. I'm trying to battle overcooling. So if you've ever owned a 2.5 liter, they don't get hot, like ever. You'll notice there's no mechanical fan, no electric fan, and yet this thing still does not come up to temperature. This thing is air cooled like a friggin' Volkswagen, man. Like the last time I drove this, the highest temperature we got on the dash was that. That's it. No mechanical fan. I couldn't even blast the heat because the blower motor doesn't work, again, for some stupid reason. Yeah, and the REM was reading usually like a max of about 170. So 170 degree engine block temperature, fully warmed up. That's insane. And your first thing will be like, oh, check the thermostat. Okay. Well, let's check the thermostat. Now, an easy test that you can do is, let it idle for 5 minutes and then feel the upper rad hose compared to the heater core hoses. And, yeah, after a few minutes, you'll feel that this is, nice and warm. And this is cold. So the thermostat isn't stuck open. It definitely opens and closes. But I want to try something a little bit different. So what I'm thinking is, the thermostat is working. It's a 195. It's letting 195 into this hose. The rad is probably cooling it, 30, 40 degrees. You'd be surprised how much, or maybe not, how much heat these things drop. So if we got 195 coming out of this hose and we drop it 30 degrees, well, guess what? Now we're sitting at, 165? So you got 165 entering the engine block, and then you wonder why the reading says 170. Well, that might be why. I'm going to try to put a hotter thermostat in. I know, insane. Usually most people want to put a lower one in, like a 180. But I picked this up off of Amazon just because it was fast. It's a Motorad 200-205. Now this thermostat is rated to open at 205 degrees instead of 195. So that's, 10 degrees hotter? It's exactly the same. But if you check the back, you see it has stamped on it 205 degrees Fahrenheit or 96C. So yeah, we're just going to do a quick thermostat swap and see if our temperatures get more reasonable? I don't know. But that's going to be the plan. So quick and simple, we're just going to take these two bolts off. Be careful, because sometimes they like to snap, and you really don't want to snap these bolts. So yeah, we'll take them off, swap in the new thermostat, and go on our merry way. Also got a Felpro gasket to go with, in case the old one is shot. Cool. Alright, let's go get a catch can and begin. Alright, so got a little bit of dribble later into the drain pan. This guy's off. The bolts were 1/2 inch, two different sizes. You got a long and a short. Got the thermostat housing off. I cleaned it up with brake clean a little bit because it was looking pretty nasty. Still looks rusty and shitty, but we're not going for gold here. This is just a quick swap. And here is the old thermostat. As you can see, clearly marked 195. And yeah, look at that, fully shut. So the thermostat was operating properly. 54 millimeter, in case you're curious. So yeah, we're just gonna slap that back in there and put our thermostat housing on. If this thermostat does not stay in place, you might want to use a little bit of RTV or something to hold it, because if it slips down like this and you go to tighten the housing, you will crack it. The most common issue you will have on this job is this falling and you cracking your housing because you didn't realize. So make sure that thing is locked in there, because any little bump, it's going to fall down. Alright, I'm not going to use any sealer or any shit like that. We just got a nice Felpro gasket that we're going to put on our housing, and we're just going to screw it back in. I do have a new heater hose. Might be time to replace it. I don't know. Keep it on me on the truck. Can always replace it on the side of the road when it blows out, right? Alright. We got the thermostat housing cranked down. Kind of tight, not crazy tight. Like I said, you really don't want to crack it. It sucks. I've done it before. Not fun. New upper rad hose, because I had it in the truck, and I figured why not. So we got the cap off. Everything's tight. We're going to start it and see if coolant doesn't start spraying everywhere. Yippee! Current temp 66 degrees. Nice. Now I just started putting some water in here. Make sure if this is old drips or new drips. It almost looks like we got a drip from there, but I can't quite tell. Got some smoke back there too. Whatever the hell that's from. That's nice. Alright, well, I'm gonna monitor it, make sure it don't blow up. Yay, lost audio. Alright, so we are stress testing the system, getting it up to temperature to make sure that there's no leaks in the system when it's pressurized. The steam coming off the radiator is just for me spilling coolant on the rad that's not actually leaking from the cap. The thermostat leak is gone. I just had to tighten the bolts a little bit in the new hose as well. So you'll see the temp on the dash. We're looking at 220 on the REM, 230 on the dash. Yeah, she's a little toasty, but no leaks. And bubbles coming out of the reservoir means that the cap is letting air out of the system, so that's cool. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna kill it here and let things cool down, make sure we don't got a volcano under the hood. And yeah, I think we got ourselves a successfully installed thermostat. Sweet. Bubble, 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 bubble. I'm gonna just stick my little doohickey right here. What the fuck? That's nice. That's real nice. Alright, well, this thing is still friggin' air cooled. I just took it on 15-minute drive. The highest temperature you're seeing right now is 176. But good lord, man, like I started going 50 and it just did air cooled, man. It went back down to I think like 165, maybe even a little bit less. But yeah, I don't know, we might have to take it on a longer drive. But that thermostat, I mean, it didn't do a lot, I'll put it that way. Still not even close to 200. And this is also no mechanical fan, no fan at all, so whatever. Alright, so we are keeping some much better temperatures now. I was at a pretty long stoplight and it crept up to about 200. And after some city driving, it seemed to settle around the 180, 185 mark. So it's definitely an improvement from like 160. So yeah, I dig. It's definitely an improvement. And I don't know how many people know about this, but you can actually check your min and max on the REM. So if we go over to diagnose, pages, I scroll down to CTS and our mode over here, you'll see we had a minimum of 70 and a maximum of 200. And there's also a live line if you want to see that too. Cool. Alrighty, so even with a heavy ass load, we were sitting at like 200 driving. I'm waiting in line right now, so it's creeping up a little. But even with, I think I'm hauling close to 1,500 pounds, and I just found out that cylinder 2 only has 60 psi of pressure. But we got new spark plugs now, so this is the most power it's been making in the last 3,000 miles probably. But yeah, we literally have to be stopped with a heavy load, no fan, for the temperature to even go up, man, these 2.5s are weird. They just don't get hot.